Please don't skip to the end. Please don't skip to the end. Please don't skip to the end. Please, please. Okay. All right, boys. We have a tier list. Now, I made one a couple of days ago, or like, I think almost a week ago now. I did it on like day 3 of the game. And in that tier list, I pretty much just said that almost, I only did 5-star characters. And I also just pretty much said that everyone's good. For the most part, there's some characters that I was like, not the best. But I pretty much just did, best of the element, and then like, they're not that good. But now we have an overall tier list. Now, I think making an overall tier list is absolutely stupid, because you should pretty much just focus on certain element groups or element combinations. And since you don't have every combination available right now when it comes to the protector skills, I feel like talking about a general thing kind of is useless. But I think mixed teams might actually be the way to go. Like, you just pick a protector and you play around their skill with your units and try to excel that into like a comp that can keep recycling skills or protector skills or ults, whatever it might be in that comp. But anyway, that's a lot of brain power you need for that, and I don't think a lot of people are ready for that discussion. So instead, we have a tier list. Now you can see the trash and filler list. Now these either just don't offer anything, or they just get replaced by everything, by everyone else in their type group, right? We can look at Ranga first. I'm gonna try and keep it as quick as possible. Okay, at least Kurobe and Gale, because they're both here. Ryota is down there too. So these three, their 2 skills, which are these things. Okay, well, this, and this. So Kurobe, this is kind of like whatever. It's sort of useful in one fight, and then even then I just wouldn't want to use 30 or 35 skill points just to use this. This is not that great. Then you have this, which is like, who cares? And then this, who cares? Again. And then Ryota, same thing. Increase all allies max HP by 10%. I don't know about that. Decrease all targets counter attack resistance. They're both bad. Like, these skills are bad. Now let me go to Ranga real quick. Ranga, also I definitely went past him. There he is. He changes one soul only, and then he also just boosts critical rate by 15, and it's a 60 cost. It lasts 1 turn. There's a million better uses, like units you can use for a 60 skill buff. So yeah, they're just bad. Who else do I have in there? Okay, the other Kurobe. Yeah, you hate to see it, bro. My boy Kurobe got shafted. So what he does is he changes 1 soul, and it's the same thing as the other guy, bro. He just changed typing. It's bad. And then you have Soe, which I'm sad he's like, this one's bad, but he has 2 other really good units, so it's fine. It's this one, right? Yeah. Increase, it's this on a 60 cost, and then having this, like, I think it's not horrible. If he was space, I'd actually say it's not that bad, because against the wind conquest, so like when you use space yourself, he poisons, so that wouldn't be too bad to have. But he's wind, so he's not like, obviously he's not gonna have like weakness against them, whatever. And then this, again, there's just better uses for your 60 cost skill than just having a 15% attack increase. There's worse ones too, but this one is just not that great. So I put him here. You can put him here if you want, but I mean, I just don't think he's worth running. Right, so we move up. Oh, I scrolled up a little too much. We have Shion, Gel Mud, we have Betty Maru, Rimuru, and I forgot her name. So they're pretty much, Rimuru and her and Chloe are pretty much the same unit. They both have a bad heal, but it is a heal, right? So if you don't have a different healer, that you kind of need to run them, because heals are super important, like in Conquest, or just in general, like in difficult stages. And then this thing is not that great, because if you're gonna use them against like Orc Lord or something, like, they don't stun. And then this thing, he has bad attack for even the 4-star, and then he has an AoE ultimate. It's just not that good. If this was all allies, 20%, yo, he's correct. But it's just himself. It's not that good. He's not worth running that much, right? Benimaru increases his own critical rate pretty much. It's his only skill, and by like a lot. But he's still, like, he has low attack, doesn't do that much damage. it just isn't worth running on the light team. Now we have Galmud and we have Shion. Now, both of them are pretty much also the same unit. If I go to the Shion, I think she's up here. Yeah. Chance to poison a single target for 60% chance, 3 turns, 20 cost. Right, and then we ignore this, and we go to Galmud, and he has a chance to poison a single target 40% for 3 turns, 25, right? I don't know why he got shafted and his is less, but it is what it is. And then we have decrease a single target's attack, which just isn't actually, like, I think this is better than Shion's second skill, but poison doesn't seem that useful. I thought it was going to be broken, but it seems to scale for your own attack and not the enemy max HP, which is what I hoped it would do, so they're not that good. Now, B tier, pretty much, you pause the screen. Oh, naughty, do not pause the screen. Wait for my explanation, please. I don't want any silly comments. Although if you disagree with anyone, fair enough, let me know, but don't just say no, they're stupid, they do so much damage. Lol, my account, I only have these 7 units, so they have to be the 7 best units in the game. I know what it is like. When I do this stuff, I think from a free-to-play perspective, I think from a whale perspective. That's why I don't have the 4 stars low, because I could just get all the 5 stars up, right? Even as a whale, you use the 4 stars. And 3 stars. There's a 3-star in A tier, boys. Hey, who'd have thought? Hey, wait, there's two 3 stars in A tier, right? One is biased and one is actually just facts, so you can't deny it. Anyway, B, we have Traya. Okay, I was right. She only changes 1 soul, but she increases all allies' defense and guard rate, which helps you obviously like take less damage, and she synergizes so well with all the other earth units, like increasing defense and everything, or healing, right? Like training, obviously, right? And then the earth millim as well increases defense, and then the protector as well. Like, I mean, I said I wasn't gonna count protectors, but if you do have the 5-star earth protector, you increase the guard rate, you increase the counterattack. So like just being super defensive is really good. And that's the only reason I put her in B tier instead of C tier. Alright, Windmillim, B tier. You might think, Sora, what the hell? We'll keep that for last. This Shion, the only reason I have her here is because she decreases defense for 3 turns. If we go here, where is she? I swear she's like kind of high up too. I guess she's not. Hello. Oh, they have like the ogres there and the Kijins higher up. Okay. Decrease all targets defense by 25% for 2 turns. It's so good. Like it's so useful because everything else in this game for some reason it's just like 1 turn. So having this for 2 turns is not like, it's not crazy. So she's only B tier, but it's pretty good. And then own guard penetration by 60%. I wish this was everyone and then like 35 instead. Base, that would have been so much better. But it is what it is, right? But yeah, I think she's solid, so I put her in B tier. Again, she's someone that can like float between B or C. Like she's not great, but she's definitely usable. Gopta or Gotpa, a lot of people call him different names. He's really solid. What he does is he just changes Souls of Skills into Soul of Divine Protection, increases all Soul of Divine Protection gauge increase by 5%, so you can spam your Protector more. Whether that be him, which is really good for him, or I haven't looked at the 4. I can't lie. That's why I'm not making a protector tier list. I haven't looked at the 4-star protectors yet, or I looked at some 3 stars, but like I'm not too well versed in the protectors yet that aren't 5 stars. So you know it is difficult. But so secrets into solid skills. That's actually solid too. So you know what? Like Gopta in general, just really solid unit. I kind of wanted to bump him up to A tier because he actually is really good. Same with Phobio, who would have guessed it, changes social skills into soul secrets, and then he decreases critical resistance, which both of these are really good because this is 20 and this is 30 only. And his ultimate, like him not doing damage or anything, he does have like decent attack for a 4-star. Like it's on the higher side, it's one of the highest, but like he's not here to do damage, right? He's just here to support. And if we look at souls of skills to souls of secrets, right? What other fire unit wants to use secrets? Your boy Benimaru, increase on attack by 24%, increases soul secrets damage, so he wants to ult, right? Now I'm so sad his ult is AoE. If it was single target, it'd be so much better for like nuking Conquest, but it is what it is. We still have Shizue, who is also fire, and she has this, and she also changes the secrets. But he does skills, right? Yeah, he does skills, she does protection, so you can get a lot of, like, you can do a lot of orb changing or souls changing into secrets, which is really good for the fire team, right? Even if you look at like Ifrit, which I think Ifrit's broken, increase all allies secret skill gauge, and then fire attack by 15%. It's so good, right? It's so good, right? If you the whole fire archetype wants to play around secrets, so this is really good. I'm 10 minutes into the video and we're like halfway through B only. Okay, well, souls. Okay, so this is the free Shuna. Stats suck, but changes souls. Changes souls, increases defense. Is an okay substitute for Space Rimuru because has an attack buff for all allies, I suppose. He changes skills. Alice stuns, which is can be really useful for cheesing bosses, but I don't value it that much. You can put her in A tier if you want. I just don't think it's that great. But it is useful. It definitely is useful, right? It's pretty much a whole turn of not taking damage, or longer if you like get it again, right? But I don't value it that much. This Benny Mora, I think it's just a like decent DPS. I'm pretty sure. I need to double check. Yeah, he's just like an okay DPS, 20%, right? He's single target. For 20, he gets 15% attack, right? It's not bad. So he can chill in B tier. This Shuna, I think, also just... Oh no, she increases defense and guard rate, so I value that for B tier. She changes. I think, yeah, he changes as well. Gabiru, I don't remember. He changes too. No, he also is the defense and guard rate. And crit resistance. Both 20 costs, like just super good defensively. Then we have this Shuna, who I'm pretty sure just changes, right? It's the 4-star one. Yeah, she just changes. If you have a double change, like soul, like 2x, or 2, if you change 2 souls, you're good to me, right? You're at least B tier. And then this Milim, let me explain. Her buff, and that people go crazy over for no reason, is that she gives 60% to sort of combos damage, right? Now her ultimate sucks because it's AoE, and you're not going to nuke with that against like any stage pretty much. There's some stages where like you want to nuke AoE, but most, like right now especially, the most important content is Conquest, right? Trying to beat Conquest normal extreme master, right? I'm not wailing near as much to do masters yet, but 60% damage increase, right? Now I calculated it, right? I'm not going to show you my math thing. It's not even that crazy, but it should have been like, if we compare it, right, which a lot of people do, to Rimuru, right? Increase all attacks attack by 35%. This should have been, this is a 16% damage increase, right? I took 37 because mine's leveled up. 37 compared to 60, right? Attack versus damage. Now the way attack works and it gets multiplied and everything works differently than just to a static damage increase. So it turns out 60%, right, is only a 16% damage increase over Rimuru's attack buff. Now, what's the good thing about Rimuru's attack buff that makes it better, like infinitely better than this, is one, you don't have to wait for your ultimate. Two, if you ultimate and then you use like 4 cards, all those 4 cards get this attack increase as well. So this is just infinitely better, and it's just not worth running this only for 60% extra damage when you could just run someone that buffs attack and you get the same effect, or like almost the same effect, and then more probably. So that's why I don't like it. I'm putting her in B mostly as a statement. You can put her in A if you want to, but as a statement, I'm putting her in B, right? Anyway, cool. Let's get that. Just get that out the way real quick because it's annoying. Now these are all just solid characters. Earth Milim, I showed you earlier, she increases your team's defense. Again, Earth archetype is really solid. Water Rimuru heals and increases the Soul Divine Protection damage, which works really well with the water archetype as well, because Soy does the same thing. So you stack damage. The protection character for Water Milim increases your defenses, and the Soul of Divine Protection damage. So it's just it all works out really well. So I think Rimuru is actually deserving of this spot. This Shion is just a solid support. She increases all allies. Like look, this over Milim 100% a day. Every single day of the week, I'm taking this skill over the 60% damage increase from Milim. And then this is like whatever. I wish these would just like cleanse it, but it is what it is. Right, then who's next? Benimaru, solid DPS, right? This is probably the biggest damage increase we have in the game for a 20 cost skill. But his ult's AoE, it's so sad. But I told you earlier, fire archetype works really well around just spamming your ultimate, so this is still good, even though it's AoE. And yeah, it's just really solid. It's really solid. 2020, it's a good kit to have. Really solid DPS. Sucks that he's AoE. Rigard, my boy, he has one of the most broken skills in the game, and it's this thing. It's 20 cost, bro. It's 20 cost. Increases own guard rate by 30%, increase own defense by 30%, right? And guard rate, that lasts for 3 turns, and this lasts for 1 turn, which is fine. But for this 1 turn, you're taking a lot less damage, and you're probably like guarding, so you're just taking no damage, right? So you're just a solid tank. Now the only thing I wish is that we had a way to make him taunt, so people would have to attack him. But this is still super good at it defensively. You won't have to, like, he's someone you can just have that won't take damage, and then you like switch him out for trainee, right? And then you heal the others, and you take him back. He's not taking damage, right? Super good, Rigard, and single target ultimate, right? His attack is on the lower side. Kenya has a really high attack set for 3-star, by the way, which is our next A tier unit. Now, I think he's probably just a B tier, but I like him so much I'm putting him in A tier. His skill, it's 20 cost, and it just it's 20 cost. It redraws your entire hand. Everything in your hand just gets replaced by new souls. And it's so good because sometimes you have a hand, you can use like 1 or 2 cards max, and then you're just like, all right, well, I'm redrawing, and then boom, you have a good hand. Now you can also get a bad hand, obviously, again, but the chance of that is kind of low. And every time I've used it so far, I've just been happy. Okay, so I'm putting him here. You can put him wherever you want, high key, but I just really like him. Tuesday I talked about earlier, I don't have to cover again. This Sora is a 4-star, and he's actually really solid. He should be up here. Okay, no, this game is bad, or this website. Oh, it's good. Thank you actually so much for making this. Yeah, he recovers all allies from poison, which is really good for 35, which kind of expensive, but poison is so annoying. And then he changes souls as well into Souls Secrets, which I feel like dark. There's 2 ways of going. You either go Souls of Protection or Souls of Secrets. So he works really well with that. He was really good with Beretta. Now you have Hakuro, really good 60 cost buff, which is buff and debuff, which is this thing. All allies critical rate by 30% is so good. Decreasing the defense now, which is about like 2 turns, but is what it is. This can be useful at times, but not really that great. And then he has a really strong single target ultimate with a good attack set and everything. Like, it's solid. Right. Diablo. Ooh, Diablo. Oh, so many people talk about Diablo. Slightly lower attack set than others, but still okay. And he increases on attack by 20%, and then decreases target's dark resistance by 10%. So you do more dark damage, right? So all your dark units do more damage. Then he changes 1 soul into another one, which is not that good, but this skill and its 20 cost is so good. Any single target ultimate for conquest, super good. He increases everyone's ultimate, so if you all attack that turn that he's ulting and using this buff, everyone else has more damage too. It's so good. This is useful as useless, and then this has its uses, but it's not that crazy, right? But this skill is like this skill plus like 5-star stats, and then single target ultimate is the only reason I'm putting him here. Now, Ranga is super good, mainly because the way he works with Charybdis. He changed into solid skills. This skill I've never used in my entire life, but this skill obviously is specifically good because changing into solid skills makes it with Charybdis, who increases your skill cost limit until the end of battle by 30, and you can use it like over and over again. And then increase all souls skill gauge increased by 150% for 3 turns. This is so good. You spam this, you keep getting skills back. What I do is, I have Ranga and Charybdis, I keep spamming his skill, and because I keep generating more skills than I spend, that I just keep spamming it, I keep getting everything back, and then I can like just spam heals with training because I have so many skill points, or I can spam attack boss with Rimuru. It's so good. It's so good. There's been like turns where like my max was like 210 skill points, and I've gotten to 210 the same turn. It's so broken. So yeah. Sora is absolutely insane. I'm so sad he's water, but it works for water. He changes souls, right, into soul skills, which I wish it was souls of protection, but that would have been too broken. And then he increases all allies defense, 25 cost by the way. All allies defense, and he increases all soul divine protection damage until the end of battle by 5%. Now, the other Rimuru does the same thing, and Milim does the same thing, so you stack a lot of damage from your blue skills. You just chuck someone on that can change them into blue, and you're chilling. Right, next up, Beretta, single target, really good buff. really good buff. Well, sorry, orb changing and really good buff. Soul secrets, so you can spam your ultimate more. I really like that. Again, there's 2 routes of dark you can go. Like I said, you can either go Soul of Divine Protection or Soul of Secrets. You can try and combine both, but I don't know. I just go for one. But it really solid, right? Really solid unit. Does a lot of damage. Probably the best. It is the best dark. Rimuru, Space Rimuru, I don't have to explain. Really good skill set. Ultimates, whatever, but really good skill set. And this is actually the only good trait in the game, I swear. You increase your protection gauge every turn. Every 3 turns, sorry. Which is still like really good. Like it's just something like that. It's not crazy, but it does something. And everything else does nothing. Actually, I think it's Diablo that has it. No. Okay, never mind. Alright. Next we have Benimaru and S tier. Benimaru and S tier. Benimaru and S tier. Now, wait. Okay, see, there's something, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so this skill is like actually solid. He's only in S tier because right now you get him to 6-star for free. Or at least close to 6-star, right? Like some just won't be able to beat the stage, but I'm pretty sure at the end, by the end of the month, you'll be able to beat the stage in under 6 turns, and then you'll be able to get him to 6 stars. You get his free gear to 5-star, which gives him good stats, even though his base stats are horrible. And just because of his like own gear that boosts his stats by so much, him getting to 6-star for free, him actually having thankfully one good skill, the other one's bad. Is so good, and he's gonna be everyone's carry for like the next like week or two probably, at least, right? And then even then he's still gonna be a solid option to run on a dark team. So he's super solid. But if it wasn't for like his gear and everything, he'd probably go on like B tier or C tier, probably C tier. But because you get him to 6-star for free, you get all his gear and everything, he's just always gonna be at least a B tier, if not A tier unit. But right now he's S tier. Right, that's just a right now type thing. Trainee, healer, broken, nothing else to say. Gazelle, best DPS currently in the game. Just both skills are 20 cost and they increase his damage. They're 20 cost, right, if you like level them up. And then increase own attack by 20%, increase own critical rate by 20%, increase own critical damage by 10%, increase own defense by 20%. Super good skills, super good. Any single target, right? Super good. And then we have Mela, the best unit in the entire game, but we can't get her yet. She has by far the highest stats. By far, right? 2.8, 2.6, 2.6, 2.5, 5, right? Like 2.8, like it's a 200 jump, and then right there's like a 60, 70 jump, and then like stays the same, it goes lower. Shuna sucks. So this is super good. This skill is really good. It's 20 cost as well, so broken. This 60 cost, and this is also really good. Has the strongest ultimate in the entire game. It's 20% higher than anyone else's single target, because everyone else single target goes to 450, hers goes to 470. She has by far the highest max attack, 3,700, right? 2.6, 2.6, 2.9, 3k, 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 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2, 3.2. Yeah, 500 more than like the highest, right? Gazelle has 3.2 and she has 500 just more. Like this is insane. So yeah. Anyway. Broken unit, and this is it for the tier list. A is a little longer. I hope you guys could still enjoy. That's it from me. Good job.